Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about some Monster High news, and unfortunately, it may end up being bad news. There's been a Monster High doll that we've known about for about a year now, and there have been rumors of the doll being cancelled, but now it seems to be all but confirmed. Today we're talking about Welcome Committee Frankie and the very rocky road of their release, quote-unquote, because it kind of seems like they've been cancelled now. This is potentially going to be G3's first cancelled doll, and I'm not counting, like, Skulltimate Secrets 5 Laguna in this, because we never saw that doll, you know? It seems like she was an idea, but she was cancelled before, like, a design was really finalized, and thus no prototypes exist. Welcome Committee Frankie was a doll that was completely ready to go. The stock photos seemed to be of a completed doll and not of a prototype. We'll get to it when we get to it, but without further ado, let us begin. So this is the topic of today's video, Welcome Committee Frankie. If you've never seen this doll before, I don't blame you, because this doll has been floating around for, as I said, like a year now. We've known about this doll for as long as we knew about the Hisfits before they finally released. So this doll was intended for Target initially, and I should also mention that this doll is a pretty explicit pride doll, which may, most likely, unfortunately, this is very likely, have something to do with the doll's cancellation. So, this is what the doll looks like. Frankie comes with a jacket, they would come with several food accessories, they would come with like a little checklist. Welcome to Monster High. Yeah, it's like a welcome committee doll. That's what they were saying. See, like, they come with, like, a pride version of the Monster High logo. Their shoes are, like, the pansexual flag. And also their shirt has, like, a trans flag. The colors of the trans flag, at least, on the hem of it. Very explicit pride doll. Watsy is even wearing, like, the pride flag around his neck. It's very obvious what this doll was meant to be. There was going to be, like, this super cute little booklet that would come with the doll. I should mention that we never got to see the doll's packaging, and that, unfortunately, should have been an indicator that this doll may never see a release, because that's kind of what happens. Usually when a doll gets cancelled, they don't get far enough into production for packaging to be finalized and for stock photos of the packaging to be taken. The same thing happened in G2 with the unreleased dolls. Like, we knew about the Ghostly Tea Party line as well as the Howlin' Hoodies dolls, but packaging was never seen for them. So that was kind of like slight confirmation that they were never coming out, and it seems like this may be the case for Frankie as well. This was a really pretty doll. The doll is like honestly gorgeous. This is definitely one of Frankie's best releases. Well, it would have been one of Frankie's best releases. So a quick little summary of this doll's history so far. Originally, they were going to be a Target exclusive, and they were supposed to release around the same time as the, what's the most recent Target exclusive line? It had Torway in it? Fearbook. It was supposed to release at the same time as the Fearbook doll. So this doll would have been on the shelves at the same time. And did you know there was actually going to be a fashion pack with this set as well? I completely forgot to mention it. The pack would have come with a silver version of the same kind of rack that the Hisfits came with, as well as multicolored little hangers. There would have been a shirt, there would have been some pants, a skirt, a jacket, a backpack, some sunglasses, and it looks like another shirt, I would say, that the one with the lightning bolts is. The shirts were all unisex, so that the male characters, the male dolls, could wear them as well. And I think the pants are also, like, made to fit all sizes. Like, they could fit on Abby's body, Draculaura's body, they could fit on the boys, you know? So, like, every piece was designed to fit any doll you wanted them to. It's unknown if the pieces would have stretched enough to fit Caddy, because Caddy wasn't released yet, but it's possible. But again, no confirmation, and we may never know, because this thing, unlike Frankie, never was moved to Amazon to have pre-orders open, so I think this thing was abandoned a long time ago. But yeah, after Target dropped this doll as an exclusive, they were moved to Amazon, and a couple months ago, pre-orders were opened, and people started placing their orders. Pre-orders then closed. I think they, like, sold out or something. You know how Amazon is, like, they'll sell out of a pre-order, and then when the thing is done, it'll go back into stock, and you'll be able to order a bunch of it if you want to. I was waiting for that to happen. I was waiting for the in-stock. So I personally did not place an order during the pre-order period for this doll. I was going to just wait for them to be in stock. Last night, a ton of people had their pre-orders abruptly canceled, like just out of nowhere. Amazon does this thing where if you have an order placed long enough and they don't ship it for a while, they'll email you like, hey, do you still want this or would you like a refund? And you can click yes or no. And most people were clicking like, yes, I still want this for this doll, waiting for them to eventually ship out. Some people even had like an arrival date placed within this month of November. But the doll was just abruptly canceled last night. Everybody's orders were canceled. And when one person inquired about it, they posted their email that they had received in response. I got this screenshot from All MH Data's story on Instagram, and it reads, unfortunately, Mattel, the manufacturer, has informed us that they've discontinued production of this item. So that's kind of where the concern is coming from currently. There's a bunch of factors that, like, kind of contribute to this probably being the case. Again, the stock photo thing is one thing that I mentioned. There have been no in-box stock photos. It seems like packaging for this doll was never finalized or completed, and thus no stock photos were ever taken of it. And now we're being told that Mattel has canceled production of Welcome Committee Frankie. I'm really hoping that this isn't true, because this sort of thing has happened before. I remember there was rumors of the new Monster High IDW comic series being canceled because one store had said, oh, this has been discontinued. But then like 4 more issues came out, and there's like a new one coming out next month too. So basically that was incorrect. But that was like a small business. That was like a single comic book shop that got confused. This is Amazon. Granted, this is one of Amazon's many representatives, and there is a chance that, like, you know, there's a chance that the doll isn't actually canceled, because I've heard another account, but I have to preface this by saying we don't have confirmation of this currently. It's kind of just word of mouth. But basically, someone told me that Annalise Lau, the designer of this doll, and one of the main designers for Monster High currently, I believe she's going to become the main designer for Monster High next year. Good for her. And basically, someone had told me that she had claimed that the doll isn't canceled, but is a part of the spring 2025 lineup, and thus Amazon canceling all the orders is because the doll isn't going to be ready until then. I'd like to believe that that's the possibility, that that's the case, because, again, I really like this doll, and I would love to see them have a release. But with people receiving emails like this, I heard that there were other people who emailed and got the same response on a Discord server that is like, I think it's the Dollect Discord server, the doll archive website that Ex Canadensis runs. I don't really use Discord, so I didn't check this myself, but I have heard it from other people that there were other people who got this same response. So things aren't looking great, but we can try to have hope that maybe this doll will see a release. Overall, I'm just hoping that this doll sees a release. Frankie is a super important character to people a part of the LGBTQ community. Like, this is just so major, you know, having like a character that's in like a queer relationship in a kid's like media thing, you know? Like, this is huge for people, especially Frankie being non-binary. Again, it's just very important. And this doll releasing would be just kind of a big deal, you know? So it sucks that there's a chance they may never see the light of day. Obviously, there are some chances that if this doll is canceled, that they can still be acquired. I mean, I own an unreleased G2 doll. I own Ghostly Tea Party Laguna. It's possible for completed samples to leak, like to escape the factory and be sold on selling websites like Taobao or AliExpress. It's possible, but it could take a while. But, you know, we shouldn't have to rely on that to get this doll. This doll should be made available. I think the Amazon thing was a good compromise because that way collectors can get it and parents won't complain about seeing this on the shelves. So, you know, it was a good compromise. Obviously, it would have been nice to be able to, like, find this doll in the stores, but it's not the first time we've had online exclusives, like Amped Up Frankie was an online exclusive, Deuce was an online exclusive. I get that it's different with a Pride doll. It definitely is, but yeah. Basically, I'm saying basically a lot in this video. Let's try a different word. Essentially, there is still a sliver of hope for this doll releasing, but currently it's not looking too good. I will continue to update you guys on the situation. Hopefully we will see a release for this doll. If we get inbox stock photos at any point, I will definitely make another video because I would consider that to be a good sign. But currently we do not have anything like that. All we have is signs that seem to be looking for the worst. If you pre-ordered this doll on Amazon and your order has not been canceled, please message me with proof on Instagram, because I don't want to just have claims in the comments unsubstantiated. We need to see this, we need to see that your order is not canceled. So yeah, basically if we can find any good news about this doll, that's a good thing. Rip to the fashion pack though, because this thing is never coming out. There is no way this is happening. Mattel hates selling fashion packs. So yeah, that about does it for what we know about this doll currently. Again, I would really like things to turn around for the better, for us to suddenly get some inbox stock photos, but I don't know how likely that is. It's currently not looking too good. I really want this doll to release. A lot of people do. So I don't know, maybe if we campaign enough, Mattel will make sure that the doll releases. Maybe they care about the community that much. I don't know. But yeah, so here's to hoping that something changes and that the doll sees a release. I'm hoping that the DM that I was told about with Annalise is in fact real, but I haven't seen any proof of that. I haven't seen any screenshots. When I asked the person who told me about it if they had any, they said no. So it's kind of just word of mouth right now. You guys are welcome to be skeptical. I personally am as well, so yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if any of you have an order with Amazon that hasn't been canceled. And yeah, that's about it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, although the news is negative. I hope you got some enjoyment out of this. And yeah, I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!